Students, families, friends, and fellow educators, in just a few moments, we will begin the Spring 2021 Harold Ferguson High School Commencement Ceremony. Please take a few seconds to silence any cell phones and other electronic devices for the duration of the ceremony. On behalf of the students, staff, alumni, and soon-to-be graduates, that we welcome you to the Spring 2021 Harold Ferguson High School Commencement Ceremony. This is a special ceremony as we will also be honoring our Winter 2020 graduates as well. My name is Dr. Jason Germain, principal of Ferguson High School, and today we congregate to celebrate the hard work, accomplishments, and achievements of 41. Yes, 41. You can cheer for that. Achievements of 41 amazing members of the Ferguson High School family. While today's ceremony, like last summer, will look and feel a little different than other Ferguson High School commencements, I am hopeful that this celebration will more closely resemble our traditional graduation ceremony while also doing our best to maintain the health and safety of everybody in this room today. Before we begin, we're honored to have the presence of several dignitaries. Please hold your applause until I have introduced all the dignitaries. Dr. Mark Schaefer, Superintendent. Ms. Dawn Huckabee, Chief Academic Officer. Mr. Mike Hausman, Public Information Officer. Ms. Lori Vizda Ward, President, Thompson School District Board of Education and Director of District E. Ms. Pam Howard, Vice President, Thompson School District Board of Education, Director of District D. Ms. Barbara Cruz, Thompson School District Board of Education, Director of District F. Mr. Paul Banks, Thompson School District Board of Education, Director of District B. Mr. Stu Boyd, Thompson School District Board of Education, Director of District G. Ms. Dawn Kirk, Thompson School District Board of Education, Parent, Director of District A. Mr. Jarrett Roberts, Thompson School District Board of Education, Director of District C. Ms. Tracy Stagel, Executive Director of Teaching and Learning. Ms. Charlie Carter, Executive Director of Student Support Services. Mr. Theo Robeson, Director of Secondary Education. Dignitaries, at this time, I would ask that you please stand. Please help me give our dignitaries a big round of applause for their support of Ferguson. I would also like to acknowledge the parents, siblings, extended family members, guardians, and all of the others who have provided support to the students that are here today. Please help me give a round of applause to the people behind the scenes who have contributed to the accomplishments of our soon-to-be graduates. Many Thompson School District employees have contributed to the success of the students we are celebrating today, including former teachers, administrators, and support staff. If you are a district employee who does not work at Ferguson High School, please stand so that you can be recognized. See you out there. At Harold Ferguson High School, our mission is simple yet meaningful. Specifically, our mission is to create alternative experiences because each learner deserves different, not less. At this time, I would ask the teaching and support staff of Ferguson High School to please stand. The educators at Harold Ferguson High School deliver on this mission every single day, ensuring to the best of their ability that students are on a pathway to graduation, that they attend school every day, and that they treat others better than they themselves want to be treated. The flexibility of this staff to continue to reinvent and transform their instruction while also tending to the needs of their own families during a pandemic went far beyond what staff signed up for when considering a career in education. Please help our graduates and I give the staff at Harold Ferguson High School another well-deserved round of applause. Lastly, we would be remiss not to formally acknowledge the hard work and dedication of our partners in the Thompson School District, specifically the Learning Services and Operations departments. Staff in these departments afforded us the opportunity to teach and learn in person for a majority of the school year, which was truly to the benefit of our students, as evidenced by the number of graduates today. Thank you to each of you, all of your support, and for providing us the tools we needed to deliver high-quality, in-person instruction this year. Give them some. Graduates, our celebration today, in the midst of a global pandemic, is one that recognizes and acknowledges each of your academic journeys. As we all experienced, COVID-19 abruptly and without apology changed many aspects of our day-to-day lives. I would also argue that your commitment to Ferguson High School and your education will also change many aspects of your day-to-day lives. As school and the world around us begin to take steps toward normalcy, I am feeling both hopeful and encouraged. As I look out at you, all 41 of you, I am reminded of the hope that is felt by staff, students, and applicants during the student interview process that marks the beginning of. I'm reminded of the hope that is experienced on a student's first day of school at Ferguson, and again when students realize support and ultimately success. I am also reminded of the hope generated as students transform their approach to education, who they are as a student, who they want to become. And now, as soon-to-be graduates, the hope of what comes. Before we focus on what comes next, it is important to acknowledge the culture. As I look back over our time together, what stands out are the many unknowns we faced, the new buzzwords that have been created, the loss of togetherness we experienced over the last 14 months. Speaking of unknowns, remember when we weren't sure if we could get through 97-minute blocks? Anybody remember that conversation? Remember when we wondered if we really could do this? Recall the many and oftentimes annoying buzzwords that were created. Here are a few examples that are my favorite. Masking. Remember when this was a once-a-year consideration for schools in October? Or close contacts. Strangely do not improve or correct your vision in it. That's all I get. Little. My favorite, social distancing. This is no longer what we do to misbehaving relatives, but something we apply to everyone, everywhere. That's better. All right, all kidding aside, we have to consider the impact the loss of togetherness has had. We spent more time teaching and learning apart from March of last school year to October each year. A challenge for all of us who enjoy the relationships, companionship, collaboration, and at times dysfunctionality of part of the first. Back to the point. Graduates, you have faced the unknowns, you have lived the buzzwords, and you have experienced loss. Now it is time for you to embrace the significant transition in your lives, to focus on the hope and promise. There is hope that soon our lives will be closer to what we would consider to be normal. There is hope that with each vaccine administered, the impact of COVID-19 on our health and economy will be further limited. But most importantly, there is hope generated by hard work, perseverance, and commitment. The hope that comes from graduating high school and enjoying the first day of the rest of your lives. Please remember you are capable, resilient, self-sufficient, and brave young men and women. And while the pandemic has shaped your daily lives in ways that over a year ago seemed unimaginable, I have confidence knowing that this experience will help you shape your lives to meet your needs, to positively impact the world you live in. Thank you for being part of the Ferguson High School family. Thank you to each of you for handling a difficult situation with grace. And most importantly, thank you for choosing to follow through on your commitment to graduating high school. And to quote Maddie Eckhart, a current Ferguson High School student, leave your mark so others may find their way in the dark. In closing, each Ferguson graduation incorporates the history of Harold Ferguson High School. Following 21 years as the principal of Loveland High School, Mr. Harold Ferguson moved into an administrative office position with the school district. Realizing the need for educational alternatives for high school students, he began a storefront school in 1972 on South Lincoln Avenue for students who had dropped out. In 1973, the school later moved to the Old Washington School on 3rd Street. In 1982, it moved again to its next location on East Eisenhower Boulevard. At that time, the district recognized Mr. Ferguson's contribution to alternative education and renamed the school Harold Ferguson Alternative High School. In 1992, Ferguson dropped alternative out of our official name, as students met the same graduation requirements as all other students in the district, and received an official Ferguson High School diploma. Over the years, the Ferguson family has successfully provided a guiding light to students pursuing an alternative to traditional academic experiences. As a staff, our hope is that each and every student who chooses to attend Ferguson High School will benefit from the academic experience offered at our new state-of-the-art building. Next, I would like to invite Dr. Mark Schaefer to the podium to deliver the superintendent remarks. Please help me welcome the Thompson School District Superintendent, Dr. Mark Schaefer.
So no masks feels pretty good, right? Good. Greetings, Ferguson High School graduates. You made it. Today is a day to celebrate, rejoice, and honor each of the graduates sitting before me. We are so proud of each and every one of you who have navigated this very different and complex year and have emerged as high school graduates who are now prepared to move forward into the next phase of your very exciting futures. Sitting among this group are scholarship recipients, musicians, artists, scholars, builders, programmers and engineers, culinary arts specialists, athletes, and dreamers. The Ferguson High School class of 2020 and 2021, you're unique and special, not because you have all experienced a school year like none other, and not because you are the first graduating class to have occupied a brand new Ferguson High School campus, but because you have experienced this school year with agility, grace, perseverance, finesse, and excellence. We are so very proud of you, and we congratulate you. As a group, you make up 41 graduates of Ferguson High School, and that's awesome. But as an individual, what matters is the personal journey that has led you to be sitting here today. Each one of you have accumulated experiences and stories that have helped to define and shape the person who you are so far. You have learned much through your classes, your activities, and your interactions with your peers. Your family and friends have also played a major role in who you are so far today. In these experiences and interactions, some happy and joyful, and others more somber or serious, are all part of the fabric and tapestry that makes up who you are as an individual. Over the coming minutes, hours, days, weeks, and months, you will continue to reflect and weigh options and decisions that lie before you. For some, this may mean embarking on a collegiate experience, while for others, it may mean entering the workforce or joining the military. Others may even seek to pause and take more time to consider next best options. But no matter what you choose, know that as a community of family and friends, we stand with you and we support you. To our amazing graduates, congratulations. On behalf of our nearly 15,000 students and our 2,700 employees, our Board of Education, and our outstanding TSD community, we are so very proud of you. Please know that your entire community stands with you and alongside of you as you graduate from Ferguson High School. We hope that you will take your experiences, memories, and lessons learned and do great things in the world. You not only represent Ferguson, but you also represent our entire community. We know that you will make us proud as we cheer you on today in honor of your graduation. We wish you the very best, and we cannot wait to celebrate in your future successes. We are proud of you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Schaefer. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor and privilege to introduce the graduate who will provide the student remarks this afternoon. Please help me welcome Ms. Portia Jocelyn to the podium.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to one of the biggest days of our life, graduation. Special welcome to all the parents, staff, and district representatives, including Superintendent Dr. Schaefer. Ferguson, what do you hear about it? That's the school where all the bad kids go, or you must have really messed up to have to go there. Well, to be honest, I've met some of the kindest and caring people here. Looking back, I could definitely say that none of us would have fathomed the thought of graduation and walking across the stage, accepting this diploma that we worked for our whole entire life for. Yet, this is the day that we've looked forward to our whole life. I'm sure most of us can remember freshman year walking into school saying, I cannot wait till graduation. Sometimes we feel like we're not ready, but as I look back on my high school career, I could definitely say that I am ready to begin my life, as well as I'm sure we all are. Some of us off to college, some of us are working, and some of us are still within the unknown. But I do know that if it wasn't for Ferguson High School, a lot of us would not have made it to the end. Before Ferguson, I would have never thought I was going to make it out of high school. Ferguson has taught me so much in what I'm able to accomplish in life. I never passed with A's and B's until I got here, and I was set on the fact that I wasn't going to graduate on time. However, Ferguson gave me that opportunity. While being here, I also won Student of the Month within my whole entire school district, and I earned my certification to be a nurse aide. I'm beyond thankful to say that I am graduating from Harold Ferguson High School. This school is filled with faculty and teachers who care beyond your education. They care about your emotions, they care that you feel safe, and they care about your friendships. I have never felt like I mattered in a school until I came to Ferguson. Thank you to everyone who played a part in making sure we graduated, and a special thank you to all those parents who never gave up on us, even though I know most of the time it was hard. Moving forward, message for class of 2021. Never forget that you are capable, even on those days where you are having the hardest of times. Remember and know that you can do it. Every single one of us has overcome those barriers that had brought us to the wonderful Ferguson. You made it, and I see you. You did it, and I see you. Y'all are capable, I see you. And to anyone who doubted us, we did that. I'm happy to say that we are class of 2021 and 2020.
Portia, we see you. Congratulations. At this time, I would like to invite Dr. Mark Schaefer, Thompson School District Superintendent, back to the podium for the acceptance of the class. Dr. Schaefer, I hereby attest and confirm that the students before you have successfully completed the requirements set forth by the Thompson School District Board of Education and are deserving of this recognition with the presentation of their high school diploma.
Dr. Germain, on behalf of the Thompson School District Board of Education, the district leadership team, and community, I am honored to accept the Ferguson High School class of 2020 and the class of 2021.
Thank you, Dr. Schaefer. This begins the presentation of the winter 2020 graduates and a quick story about our lighthouse here on stage. Ferguson Alternative High School chose the lighthouse as their symbol in 1990, as many students felt that Ferguson provides a guiding light through life's storms. This light has helped lead those who have been lost back to the safety and shelter of a caring school environment. During our graduation ceremonies, every graduate leaves a part of themselves and a piece of light for the students left behind, so that they too will find their way to being successfully educated and cared about with the help of the Ferguson family. At this time, I'd like to welcome Logan Crumpler and Judy Gustafson to the podium. As we proceed, each graduate will be accompanied by their chosen staff member to the podium and will bring their light to the lighthouse on stage to light the way for future Ferguson High School students. Prior to returning to their seats, each graduate will be formally acknowledged and will receive a rose and diploma cover in line with our longstanding tradition at Ferguson High School.
I'm very happy to be able to talk about Logan Crumpler. Logan was one of the very first students that I met when I started teaching at Ferguson last year. What I quickly learned about Logan is that he is exceptionally bright and respectful. But the word that really sticks out in my head when I think about Logan is kind. Besides being done with his assignments quickly and efficiently, Logan was also the first one to help his fellow classmates with whatever they needed. The most common phrase I would hear Logan say is, "I got you." If someone was thirsty, Logan would practically run out the door to the nurse's office to grab a bottle of water for them. That was pre-COVID. If someone was hungry, he would produce a snack of some sort. Other teachers agree and point to many examples of Logan taking care of others. Laura, our business teacher, told me that Logan made a bunch of masks in Ferguson fabrics for his friends. Logan is the type of person who thinks of others before himself, and his kind heart is obvious to everyone who meets him. Logan also enjoys entertaining people and making them laugh. He could often be found with a speaker attached to his backpack, cranking music as he walked down the hall, or with his shirt tied up to mimic a crop top. That happened a couple times. As Logan moves on from Ferguson, he plans to pursue a certification in auto mechanic training and collision refinishing. Long term, he would like to open his own auto body shop. I am sure that his friendly demeanor and his passion for helping people will be a gift to all and serve him well in his future endeavors.
I would just like to say that I love you guys, and thank you for all the amazing memories.
Next, I would like to welcome Raina Lazoya and Andy Walker to the podium.
I would like to formally introduce December 20th graduate Raina Lazoya. Raina was the quiet girl who sat in the back of the room, usually on the floor, trying not to be noticed. But as soon as Raina put pen to paper, her talents and personality were impossible not to. You are one of the most engaging writers I have ever met. Your level of understanding, compassion, and empathy is unparalleled. When you write, I feel exactly what your characters are feeling, and I can imagine myself within the story. Although you, Raina, will be amazing in the medical field, I hope you will continue to write, especially good. And someday, I really hope you'll consider publishing your work, because I will be the first person to buy anything written by you. You've got the world at your fingertips. Go out and conquer it. You are amazing, and I love you. Next, I would like to welcome Amber McCauley and Laura Ward to the podium.
It is my great honor to present to you Macaulay. I had the absolute pleasure of having Amber in not one, not two, but all three of my classes in the fall semester. We spent the entire day together, and I would not have wanted it any other way. Amber is extremely hardworking, determined, and consistently went above and beyond in her assignments. But further than that, she goes above and beyond for her daughter, Eva. Eva is so lucky to have Amber as her mom. Amber worked long and hard for this achievement, and she never gave up. She worked so hard all the way to the end that she even got all A's her last semester. Yes. Amber is a kind and loving person. She is so nice to everyone, all her teachers, classmates, and always brought a smile to my face. She would walk into the room or log into the Google Meet, ready to learn and work hard. She made my first year of teaching one that I will never forget. Amber will certainly do great things in life. Watching her set up the Grounded coffee shop when we first started in person was absolutely awesome. She has a passion for and a talent as well. Amber aspires to be a nurse in the NICU. That's a perfect career choice for you, Amber. I know you can do it and do it well. Eva has a great role model in Amber. Eva will grow up knowing that her mom did everything she could to give her a great life. Amber, I'm so proud of you, and I'm so glad that I had you for my first year of teaching. Congratulations. Next, I would like to welcome Sunny Mortensen Romero and Andy Walker to the podium.
I would like to formally introduce December 2020 graduate Sunny Mortensen Romero. Yay, Sunny! Sunny is one of the strongest, most determined, wise, and insightful women I know. You never know what Sunny is going to say, but whatever it is, it will be profound and right on target. When Sunny was in my journalism class, she wrote an article called Harold Ferguson High School, Thompson School District's Best Kept Secret. The depth of her insight became abundantly clear. She wrote in that article, "Bad kids don't come here. Hurt and confused kids come here. Kids who felt like they weren't anybody, so why did they matter? Ferguson gave them a home and a family and at least one person who cared enough to listen. We are a community, a family of people who want to make a change in our lives, who want to better ourselves and figure out what we want to do in life. And together, we help each other achieve our own goals." Sunny's keen insight will ensure that she becomes one of the most sought after tattoo artists in the business. She can read people so amazingly well. She's such a beautiful artist. Sunny, you've already conquered so much. I know you will find success and happiness wherever your journey takes you. And I personally, and all y'all should join me, look forward to getting my next tattoo designed and created by you, Sunny, because she's so amazing. Sunny, do you want to say something?
I would just really like to say thank you for everybody who supported me, because I really didn't think I was going to make it, but here I am. So thank you, Ferguson, and the staff and students, my parents, and my family.
Next, I would like to welcome Ashley Peppler and Allie Ham to the podium.
All right, well, when I saw Ashley on Wednesday for graduation rehearsal, she kindly asked what happens if this breaks before today. I told her I'd be here whether I had to cross my legs to do it, so thankfully we still have time. Ashley, persistence, by definition, is the continued effort to do or achieve something despite difficulties or opposition. You are a model of persistence. Over the last few years, as you have taken almost every science course that I have taught, I've gotten to witness you persisting and persevering no matter what curveballs life threw your way. When classes got tough, you learned to self-advocate and ask for help. Those are important life skills that will serve you well. Where you were once shy and cautious, I now see a brave young woman who is willing to trust those around her. You've found dear friends and mentors, and you are stronger for it. Watching you come out of your shell has been a highlight of my teaching the last couple of years, and I'm so grateful to see the magic of Ferguson unfold once more. Your compassion is one of your best features, and I hope that you keep it always. Your volunteer work with trauma groups and youth reflects your maturity and willingness to help others thrive. Your kind heart makes you beautiful inside and out. May you continue to bring joy and peace to those around you. I know you are still deciding how you want to work with people moving forward. Whether you end up in social work, counseling, teaching, or a similar field, I believe that you will always find a way to mentor and help those who need it most. I am so proud of you, and I know that you will accomplish great things. Keep sharing your smile with the world, and I can't wait to see how you impact the people you meet and what differences you make with the young people. Congrats, class of 2020.
I just want to thank Allie because she somehow got very quickly. At first, I will admit that I thought you were scary, but you quickly became a school mom and somebody that believed in me completely. Same with a lot of the other staff, actually. So thank you, and thank everybody else.
Next, I would like to welcome Dr. Germain back to the podium.
This begins the presentation of the Spring 2021 graduates. I would like to welcome Elijah Bickerstaff and Katie Gabriel to the podium.
Elijah, I want to start by saying that I'm so proud of you. At the beginning of the semester, we had this tiny painting class, 3 students and myself, and it presented this rare opportunity that allowed us all to work and grow and bond in a special way. You really dedicated yourself to each project, and in that time, I was able to get to know your humor, wit, and kind nature. As exciting as it was to see you flourish in painting, I've never seen you light up like when you talked about the amazing collaborative project that you did with Officer Savage. Hold on to that passion. It will take you far in life. It's been a joy to hear you talk about your plans for the future. With patience, time, and a positive outlook, you will achieve everything you set out to do. From the bottom of my heart, congratulations.
I would like to thank all my friends and family who have supported me to be the best I can and to help me graduate high school. And I would like to thank all the Ferguson staff and teachers who have also pushed me to be the best person I could. And thank you.
Now I get to talk about Jaden Brooks. Very happy and proud to talk about Jaden today. Congratulations, Jaden. Jaden is an outgoing, intelligent, and adventurous young man. But the main word that comes to my mind when I think about Jaden is charisma. Whenever he enters a room, everyone stops and wants to see what Jaden is going to say and do. If you are my age, you might have seen Happy Days. He's kind of like the Fonz of Ferguson. Jaden always has a smile on his face and time to stop and chat for a few minutes. I will miss him stopping by my room to say hi and ask how my day is going. In class, Jaden always finished his assignments quickly and correctly. I continually mentioned to him how good he was at math, but he kind of shook his head and told me no. I think he was a little afraid I was going to give him some extra work, but he is in fact very good at math and even taught the Pythagorean theorem in his presentation of learning. Jaden's plans for the future are not completely set in stone. He has many options and hopes to travel and experience the world. I wouldn't be surprised to find out that Jaden becomes a famous blogger, blogging about skydiving in the Alps or windsurfing in the Mediterranean or snorkeling in the Caribbean. Or maybe he'll become a famous music producer. As Eleanor Roosevelt once said, the purpose of life, after all, is to live it, to taste experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for a newer and richer experience. So go experience life, Jaden, and congratulations. Want to say something?
No, I think I'm good on the speech.
Should have paid attention in speech class. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Katana Chavez. On one of my first days at Ferguson, which seems like a long time ago now, Katana hung out after class and we struck up a conversation. She ended up telling me a lot of her life story, which, suffice it to say, totally floored me. I won't go into the details, but I remember thinking, like, how can a person endure so much hardship and still stand so strong? I only mention it now because it speaks volumes to Katana's astonishing degree of determination and resilience. In the past few years, not only has Katana worked hard to ensure her graduation, but she has taken on a challenging course in computer programming at TCC, all while holding down 3 really diverse jobs. And on top of that, Katana has earned about $1 bazillion in scholarships for college, which is starting this fall. Katana, yeah, give it up. Katana, you truly are an inspiration. When life starts beating me up, I think, what would Katana do? And the answer is always, she'd figure it out, and so can I. Katana, I admire so many things about you: your creativity, your passion, your unwavering compassion for others, your open-mindedness, your sense of humor, your tenacity, and your poise under pressure. You are one of the most remarkable human beings I've met. So very grateful for our time together. There are many, many amazing opportunities awaiting you in the coming years. I can't wait to see you. Thank you. I know it'll be awesome. Congratulations.
I would just like to say to anybody who is here, if you are facing any kind of hardship, to not ever let anybody steal your amazing. This life is extremely hard, but what would it be without lessons learned? Think about that every day as you move. Thank you.
Next, I would like to welcome Tristan Cook and Trevor Tenbrink to the podium.
Today I have the distinct pleasure and honor to bestow a short little speech for Tristan Torrey Cook at this graduation. Torrey's journey through Ferguson somewhat mirrors my own. We both started at Ferguson at the same time and in parallel have grown and matured in our respective roles. She and I actually share a lot of similar characteristics as well. We're both very distractible. We're both very impassioned people. And we both love tattoos. It's been a pleasure to see Torrey grow and learn over these past 2 years, and I cannot wait to see what the next chapter in her life will bring. Mostly, I want to point out how proud I am of her and how she should be so proud of herself. I'm happy to celebrate with her how she herself has gotten to this point, how she has worked so hard to overcome obstacles and challenge herself. Some of you may know how Torrey is into MMA fighting, which, as you might guess, takes a lot of strength. But I feel it's appropriate to acknowledge and honor Torrey's inner strength today. That's what pushed her to this success today. Torrey, I wish you health and happiness in the next part of your journey. Congratulations.
I know it's pretty crazy. I'm crying. But I just want to say thank you to all you guys who have pushed me get through and taught me not just how to strengthen my brain, but to strengthen my heart and to protect myself, including my mom and all my teachers.
Next, I would like to welcome Cameron Curtis and Judy Gustafson to the podium.
So now it's my turn to talk about Cameron Curtis. Cameron is a respectful, intelligent, inquisitive young man. But more than anything, Cameron is reliable. Reliability is an amazing characteristic to have as a student, as a friend, as a family member, and as an employee. In class, I could rely on Cameron to be present, be prepared, to participate, and to accept and give feedback. While we were online in the fall, Cameron was consistently one of the first 2 students to show up in the meeting and was one of the very few who turned on his microphone and actually talked to me. I think he felt a little sorry for me, but I sure appreciated hearing a voice other than my own. It is Cameron's willingness to be present and to be reliable that I believe will catapult him into a bright future. Cameron has thrived here at Ferguson. He was able to earn his diploma and to participate in the IT pathway at Thompson Career Center. Cameron was also part of my lunch bunch in the old building and was always making us laugh with his stories and great sense of humor. He also got me hooked on Criminal Minds, and that was super helpful during the beginning part of the pandemic because I had something to binge watch. He also had the good fortune to have 2 math classes with me for some time, and he was still able to keep his great sense of humor and participate, so that was pretty amazing. In the future, Cameron plans to get a certificate or associate's degree from Front Range. He is planning to continue his education in IT or cybersecurity. He plans to stay in Colorado, but may consider moving in the future, depending on money. Knowing and teaching Cameron these last 2 years has been such a pleasure, and I'm excited to see where the future takes him.
Thank you. I'd just like to thank all the teachers and my parents for making this possible, because if it wasn't for Ferguson and all the support through the teachers, I don't think I ever would have graduated. So thank you very much.
Next, I would like to welcome Corey Dargitz and Chrissy Lockard to the podium.
I would like to introduce our 2021 graduate, Corey Dargitz. When I first met Corey, his favorite thing to do was wander the halls, look for food, and find any way to avoid his classes. Corey was quite skilled at striking up a conversation and making you forget that he was supposed to be somewhere else doing schoolwork. Over the last 4 years, Corey has grown immensely, from the wanderer to a young man who has goals, ambitions, and wants to keep learning. Corey has overcome many obstacles to get here today, but today we celebrate Corey's successes. In the 4 years that Corey has been at Ferguson, he's lettered in wrestling at Loveland High, made it to state more than once, became the captain on a team, and recently completed his OSHA 10 certification in the Thompson Career. Corey's off to wrestle at Northeastern Junior College in Sterling this fall. Corey, I am so delighted to be here with you and celebrate how far you have come. Not only have you learned how to use your communication skills and all that energy in a positive way, you've taken the first step to having a great future. Always remember to make sure your shoes are tied. I know you've spent the last 4 years making sure everyone else's shoes are tied. But it's time to focus on you and don't lose sight of your goals. My advice to you is to work. Don't procrastinate, because getting caught up is always harder than just doing it today. And in the words of Malcolm X, education is our passport to the future. For tomorrow belongs to the people. Prepare for it today. Congratulations. Next, I would like to welcome Tommy Davis and Spencer Poston to the podium.
It is my honor today to be giving Tommy Davis his diploma for graduating from Ferguson High School. I was Tommy's band director here at Thompson Valley, actually, before he went to Ferguson. And so we've spent quite a bit of time on this stage actually together. So it's really great to be giving him his diploma here today. Tommy started at Thompson Valley when I started at Thompson Valley 4 years ago. And I had this idea when I started fresh out of college that I wanted a jazz band that was very student driven. And the students got to make a lot of decisions. And I don't think it would have worked the way that I envisioned without Tommy. Tommy's influence and his enthusiasm, his excitement for music. I can see a direct line between the growth of the jazz band over the last 4 years and Tommy's influence on the people and the music there. So, yeah, you occasionally get a very special person when you're teaching, and Tommy is definitely one of those people. As a music teacher, my job is to inspire students to love music and love art, and I can really say that Tommy has instead inspired me more as a musician through his enthusiasm and his drive for music. So while I wish we could be playing jazz together up on the stage one more time, I am really happy to be giving him his diploma instead.
I'd just like to thank Ferguson for giving me an opportunity to succeed. I'm glad I did not squander it.
Next, I would like to welcome Caleb Douglas and Joel deyoung to the podium.
Ladies and gentlemen, Caleb Douglas. Yeah, so it's true, right, that at its best, education is reciprocal. Students and teachers both learn from each other. Oftentimes, the lessons I learn from students are more abstract, like how to be more resilient or more loving and that kind of thing. But sometimes what I learn from students is more concrete, and that was especially the case with Caleb. For those of you that don't know Caleb, let me say that among his many admirable qualities is his encyclopedic knowledge of many things that have piqued his interest over the years. Yeah, so last year, one of our English classes decided, oh, let's study Greek mythology. And I was like, cool, yeah. Then I realized I forgot most of what I learned in high school and college about Greek mythology. But thankfully, Caleb was in that class and routinely and tactfully would save me from completely bombing fairly often, to the point I started to think Caleb should probably be on the payroll. And he's taught me about obscure elements of World War I, World War II. He's taught me about Norse mythology. For his graduation presentation of learning, he gave a master class in the history and development of the AK-47, which I really never thought I'd know that much about. On top of all of that, though, I admire Caleb for his critical thinking skills. I could always depend on him to really push class discussions in directions that were not foreseen. Kept me on my toes. He would have crushed it on any debate club. Caleb, you have a thoughtful, sharply inquisitive mind. I know I'm going to miss our shared love of Star Wars memes and jokes. I'm excited to see where that mind of you will take you in the coming years. Maybe you'll be a police officer. Maybe an historian. Who knows? No matter what you end up doing, I know you're going to be successful. Congratulations, Caleb. May the force be with you.
I'd like to thank the staff of Ferguson. I feel like we all feel the same about them. They all helped us a lot through just graduating in general, earning our diplomas. And I'd like to thank my family for supporting me. And let's go to work.
All right, I am so honored to be able to present Cameron Farias for graduation. Cam, Cam, you are an incredible person. You are a very hard worker, you care for others well, and you have a great future ahead of you. You were an awesome student in each class that I had you in. I am very glad that I had the privilege of being a teacher. Your love of fast cars and bikes was evident through our many conversations and your arm being broken almost the entire time I've known you. So please stop hurting it so that you can ride again. You have already done so many great things in life, from your skateboard sponsorship to getting great grades at Ferguson. I know that whatever you decide to do, you will certainly succeed. Whether that is something with cars or machines or something else entirely, I know that you are going to do great. When you care about something, you put your mind to it and you get it done. This is a great quality to have. Cam, please keep being great, keep working hard, and I'm super excited to see where you go.
I'd like to thank everyone who supported me. We made it. Let's go!
All right, I would like to welcome Ariana Grimaldo and Chrissy Locker to the podium.
I would like to introduce Ariana Grimaldo to you. Ariana was one of the quietest students I had met. She struggled to communicate or advocate for herself, did not want to draw any attention to herself when she first started Ferguson. Ariana is still quiet and shy. However, she has become skilled at advocating for herself, which has a lot to do with why she is graduating on time today as a 2021 graduate. Ariana is one of the most driven, kind-hearted, and nurturing young ladies we had at Ferguson. She is off to a great start with working towards certifications in nursing and finding a path that will ultimately allow her to earn a living while caring for those who need it most. Ariana looks forward to providing in-home care for our elderly and disabled adults. Ariana, I am so honored to have spent so much time with you on your path through high school. Your journey as an adult is just. It may be uncomfortable to accept, but you deserve wonderful things. Being around you is a gift you already give the rest of us. And as a caregiver at heart, it can be challenging to put yourself first, but always remember to take time for self-care. It's one of the most important tools you can have in life. It is the only way to keep your heart and spirit full when you give so much of yourself to others. The quote I want to leave you with today is from Harriet Tubman. Always remember that you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars and change them. Congratulations. Next, I would like to welcome Perla Hidalgo and Ashley Blair to the podium.
On behalf of Sherry Cuban, who unfortunately could not be here today, I would like to read. I am honored to be part of this momentous occasion, have the opportunity to present Perla as she graduates and earns her high school diploma. I'm so proud of all of Perla's accomplishments, both in the SOURCE program and at Ferguson High School. Perla is a kind, considerate, and thoughtful young woman. She is hardworking and dedicated and can persevere to accomplish. Throughout the 2 years that Perla was with the SOURCE program, she demonstrated tremendous effort and growth and confirmed that she is an extremely motivated learner. She has a positive attitude that she can. Where so many others have given up, Perla has chosen to take her education in her own hands, and she has worked hard to earn her high school. I could not be more proud of Perla, and I know that she will succeed at whatever. Perla was always a pleasure to have in class, and her positive attitude and belief in herself, even in the face of difficulty, is an immensely admirable asset. She is a trustworthy, reliable, and I am confident that Perla will continue to display the same commitment, diligence, and optimism in everything she does. And I know that she will succeed at anything she. Congratulations, Perla, both Sherry and I. Next, I would like to welcome Zach Hewig. It is with great honor that I present the next graduate, Zach Hewig. Zach, you're the kindest, optimistic person I have ever encountered. It takes only a moment for you to meet someone and somehow instantly care for them. You can make someone smile in a second and laugh in less than a minute. Your smile The instant I met you, I knew you'd be a perfect fit. You're truly a genuine soul, and it has been an absolute pleasure watching you in high school. Zach, your glass is always half full. Your pure determination is astounding. You wanted to graduate, and you made it happen. You have overcome challenges in your young life that most adults have never had to endure. Zach, always remember that you can make anything happen. Simply up to you to make it happen. You're truly wise beyond your years. We can all learn so much from your approach. Never forget who you are. Never let someone else define who you are. Congratulations.
I just want to thank my family and everyone who supported me. I want to give a special thanks to my pops. I don't know where you are because I'm blind, but wherever you are, I want to thank you for everything. You made me the man I am today, so thank you. Yeah.
Hang on. Next, I would like to welcome Portia, Jocelyn, and Andy Walker to the podium.
Although you all got to hear Portia's incredible words earlier, I would like to formally introduce a 2021 graduate, Portia Jocelyn. Oh my gosh, you're so amazing. Portia was one of those kids who she came to Ferguson and it was like she had always been there. It was like she knew exactly what she wanted to do. She knew how to do it. She knew how to get exactly everything done to get her diploma and her nursing assistant certification. I am. And then you hear her backstory and she talks about her struggles and she's just always so poised and confident that you would she, I don't know if hides it well is the right word or not. But Portia, I learned so much about persevering under pressure with grace and you're always willing to help a girl out no matter what it was that I asked her to do. If it was to go first for every single presentation she ever had to give, I was like, hey, Portia, don't you want to go first? And no matter what, she always said yes. But she also had the confidence to advocate for exactly what she needed to do a great job. And may I even say, do it perfectly. Portia always gives 110%. And I hope that you remember to give some of that love back to yourself. You give so much to everyone else, and you are just such an amazing, valuable, to love yourself as the world around you. You will be an amazing cosmetologist, esthetician, and I know that you're just going to help every single person see their own inner beauty. Portia doesn't want to just be a cosmetologist. She wants to help people who are homeless or struggling to find a job to get the clothes and the hair and the makeup they need to feel confident when they walk into an interview. And she's just that person. She always just gives and makes everyone feel beautiful. And as every teacher at Ferguson knows, we all get up there and act like we know what we're doing, and 90% of the time, I personally don't know what I'm doing, but I can look at Portia and I know, all right, I'm doing okay. Portia's got my back, she's gonna talk, she's gonna be there, and she's that person every single one in the Portia, much, and congratulations. All right.
I would just like to thank my family. They're the only people who have been here by my side through everything, and they've never gave up on me. And without them, I would not be the woman that I am today. Love you guys.
Next, I would like to introduce David Johnson and Joel deYoung to the podium.
Ladies and gentlemen, David Johnson. One of my first memories of David... Sorry. Anyway, one of my first memories of David was in our scholars class. We were doing our circle up that we started class with, and I think the prompt was, what is your dream job? When it was David's turn, David said his dream job was to be... Do you remember? Yeah, well, it's good because it wasn't exactly legal. Well, all kidding aside, David was definitely an anchor in that class. He's consistently present and engaged, and always had something of value to add to our discussions. And over the course of the quarter, it was really clear that David was intent on making significant positive changes in his life, which was awesome to see. But then, yeah, some life happened, COVID happened, and for a minute it looked like we might have lost David to the chaos of moving to online learning and all that stuff. But thanks, especially to the persistence of Ashley and Kristen, David was able to finish up his coursework and be here today as a graduate of Ferguson High School. David is currently working as a carpenter, framing houses, which he says keeps his mind and body fit. He told me the thing he's most proud of, the person that he's become, the fact that he's achieved his goal of earning his diploma. He should be proud. Awesome. Yeah, David, you are a super cool human being with a kind heart and a positive approach to life. I wish you all the best now and down the road. Congratulations, my friend.
I just want to thank everybody who supported me, any staff and faculty that just kind of drive me, get off my butt and get my diploma, because it wasn't something that I really wanted to do, but thank you guys.
Next, I would like to welcome Ryder Johnson and Laura Ward to the podium.
Wow, what a year we have had. Ryder was one of my OG students here at Ferguson, and definitely the most entertaining one. I'm so happy that you were put into so many of my classes. My favorite memory of you this year was after our budgeting unit, when you came in and you showed me the budget that you made for yourself. I was so proud as a teacher, and I could see how proud you were of yourself. So keep that up. You also did a great job in our grounded coffee shop. You had experience in that type of job, and you were eager to help out and gave great ideas. I even recruited you to be in the class because I knew that you had the skills and abilities to do it. It was great having your help with that, and you seemed to have a lot of fun. I'm excited to see what you do in life. I know that for a fact you will succeed because when you are passionate about something, you give it your best. That is going to assure that you go very far in life. I will definitely miss your ridiculous comments and jokes, as those always brightened and very much confused my day, but that's always good, right? You are a kind person, you care about your family and friends, and those are traits that will really help you go far in life. Keep being awesome, and I cannot wait to see where you end up. Congratulations.
I want to thank all the staff here. I wouldn't have gotten this. My family, and thank the school in general. I wouldn't have been able to know my amazing girlfriend without this school. I think I met. Thank you.
Next, I would like to welcome Logan Kirk and Willie Cuban to the podium.
All right, Logan, 17. You're graduating at 17. That is amazing. Well done, sir. Do you remember the first class that we had together? Seems like just yesterday that I was kicking you out of the first class we ever had together. No, just kidding, man. You are such a talented young man. Logan has a passion for building stuff, taking things apart, and putting things back together better. So thank you for fixing all that stuff in the music room. Logan worked full-time a majority of the time he attended Ferguson High School, which shows that when Logan is interested in something, extremely hardworking, motivated, and driven. At one point, Logan shared with me how much money he was making monthly as a 16-year-old mechanic, and it was more than I was making it as a teacher. So I know that Logan is going to be successful in whatever he pursues. Our musical adventures have been totally awesome. We've played concerts, we've accompanied singers. We basically rocked out the whole school. and it's been totally epic. Seriously, though, you've grown as a musician, and you've grown academically, and I hope music and learning are part of whatever you choose to do in life. We are so happy you've achieved this great milestone, and we wish you great success with your dreams and adventures. Would you like to say something to your fans?
I would just like to thank my family, my friends, and the Ferguson staff for making sure that they kept pushing me so I wouldn't give up. And yeah.
Next, I would like to welcome Natalie Canese and excuse me, Judy Gustafson.
So now I'm honored to be able to give away Natalie Canese today. Natalie is a bright, artistic, and caring young lady, and Natalie is determined. She came to Ferguson with a goal and set to work to achieve it. She is standing here today, graduating because of that determination. Natalie knows how to work hard and is not afraid to set big goals for herself. I was always impressed with the quality of her work in class, and she is a perfectionist, so often she would ask for another copy so she could make it look better, but it always looked great. It was always perfect. Once she was done with all of her assignments, Natalie would usually want to go to the nursery to help with the little ones in there. Natalie is determined to make the world a better place. She is nurturing and supportive, and is always willing to go out of her way to help others. She reminds me of a quote from Pope Francis. The measure of the greatness of a society is found in the way it treats those most in need. I would say that the greatness of a person is found in the way he or she treats others that are most in need. Natalie is a champion of those in need. As Natalie leaves Ferguson, she plans to go to beauty school and to Front Range in hopes of a career involving children. I can definitely see her working as a social worker or as a therapist, like maybe art therapist. I do know that Natalie will make the world brighter. Congratulations, Natalie.
I just wanted to say it's an honor to be here. My dad and my mom both graduated in 2003. That was the year I was born, so I was also in the Ferguson my first year of life, so it was an honor to be part of that, part of the school.
Next, I would like to welcome Lainey Macias Maldonado and Carol Hetzel to the podium.
It is my pleasure to introduce Lainey Macias Maldonado. I practice. Lainey enrolled at Ferguson High School 3 years ago with a dream and a fierce determination to be on this stage today. She didn't just want to graduate. She wanted to graduate on time. Thought that was a lofty goal, but she made that dream a reality today. The first thing you notice about Lainey is her small stature and her sweet, shy smile. Once you get to know her, you see her inner strength and her big personality. Lainey doesn't hesitate to ask for what she needs and is able to advocate for herself and others. She isn't afraid of hard work. While attending school every day, she also worked as a crew trainer at McDonald's. Today, she received the McDonald's Archways Opportunity Tuition Assistance Scholarship. When we were locked down in March and later when school was remote in the fall, Lainey kept going. She embraced the challenge and didn't drift away from her dream of graduating on time. Lainey speaks 2 languages, is a dancer, and loves horses. No matter what life throws at her, she is brave, loves, forgives, and perseveres. Lainey has big goals after high school. She wants to pursue a career in healthcare. And like everything else that Lainey sets her mind to do, I am confident that she will reach that goal. Lainey, you have the courage and inner strength to explore new possibilities and make your dreams a reality. I want to leave you with a quote from Walt Disney. All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. And Lainey, you have that kind of courage. Congratulations for letting me, and thank you for letting me be part of your world.
I just want to say thank you. Putting me on everything. Putting me up and like I would. I want to say thank you, family, mom and dad, and I want to say thank you.
Next, I would like to welcome Jaden McCune and Lisa Adams to the podium.
It is a pleasure and privilege to be here today to honor Jaden Elizabeth McCune. Jaden, the love that you have for your beautiful daughter and family, your determination to set goals and to reach them, and your keen ability to learn from your life experiences have inspired so many. You hold yourself responsible to a higher standard, and your persistence and resilience have developed from having to work through life's challenges. You are a warrior, and your tenacity to be a student, a mom, sister, a daughter, and a friend demonstrates both your grace and grit. As you look towards your future, I want to remind you of a few things. First, you'll never influence the world by trying to be like it. I want you to walk in your own light. You don't grow by following the crowd. Second, when life gets hard, lean on those you love for comfort, advice, and strength. With years brings wisdom. Third, surround yourself with the doers and the dreamers, the believers and the thinkers, but most of all, surround yourself with those who see the greatness in you. Fourth, remember to never float through a life created by circumstance, but fight for what you believe in and live the greatest story of your life. Congratulations on your incredible achievement today. I simply couldn't be more proud of you, Jane, and I love you.
I just want to say thank you to friends, family, staff, and daughter for path. My sister.
Next, I would like to welcome to the podium Charles McElderry and Willie Cuban.
Well, Chucky, we've had some good times. You have plenty more to come after tonight. Sure has been nice talking bass, playing bass, writing bass, doing all other things bass with you. You did an outstanding job at all of the performances you participated in. Always steady as a rock, bass. Keep on playing. It can take you to amazing places. We are so proud of you for completing your high school academics. I'm not totally sure what your plan is after high school. I'm not totally sure if you know what your plan is after high school, but if it involves playing bass, continuing your education, or working hard towards your personal aspirations, I know you will reach your goals. Andrew Carnegie said, if you want to be happy, set a goal that commands your thoughts, liberates your energy, and inspires your hope. Today, I am honored to say we are proud of you for your many achievements and accomplishments at Ferguson High School. Here are my send-off thoughts for you. Be kind to all the the people that you meet. Don't be afraid to cry. Do everything with love and keep on being you. Congratulations, Chucky. You're now a high school graduate. Would you like to address the crowd?
I want to say thank you to my parents and especially my grandparents and all the faculty at Ferguson High School. If it wasn't for you guys, I probably wouldn't be standing up here right now. And I want to say a huge thanks to my grandma and grandpa, because if it wasn't for me promising my grandma that I was going to graduate, I probably wouldn't have.
Next, I would like to welcome AJ Marival and Andy Walker to the podium.
I don't bite. He thinks I bite. I would like to formally introduce 2021 graduate Arthur Marival. There are two sides to AJ. The first side is the one that most of us see, and that is the proud Lakota. The second is the one we don't get to see very often. The proud Lakota side of AJ embodies the virtues of his people each and every day. There are 12 Lakota virtues, and although AJ embodies all of them, the strongest, in my opinion, are his perseverance, humility, passion, generosity, and wisdom. The second side of AJ does not show itself often enough in school at all, but when it does, watch out. AJ is hilarious and quite the entertainer. For those of us who were lucky enough to be in his capstone presentation of learning, AJ had us all in stitches. It was amazing, and people were like, what? I never knew that about him. So AJ, continue to guide those around you with your peaceful wisdom, but try to bring out that entertainer as often as possible. I seriously think those even exist anymore, but he could totally do it. The first ever Native AJ Marival. Honestly, AJ, you can do absolutely anything you set your mind to, whether it's continuing on the path for HVAC, if you keep doing that, which he'll be great at, anything at all. I am honored to send you out into the world knowing that you will follow the path that the universe is proud to have. All right. Next, I would like to welcome Sophia Mancata to the podium. I would like to formally introduce May 2021 graduate Sophia Mancata. Sophia is the epitome of reserved intelligence. She loves to learn, she loves to ask questions, and she is constantly absorbing new knowledge. Sophia is one of those students that you just love to have in class because she loves to learn everything. She's considering everything from welding to accounting and everything in between, and going to just love her next step in life at university because you just get to learn and pick whatever class you want to take. As Archimedes once said, give me a firm spot to stand and a lever long enough, and I will move the world. Knowledge is your lever, Sophia. And with it, you, I believe, will move the world, no matter what it is you decide to do. Sophia was granted more than $6,000 in scholarship funds at our scholarship award ceremony this morning to further her passion for learning. Sophia, never stop asking questions, and remember, you have so much to offer the world. We are all better for knowing you. Love you.
I'm extremely grateful for all the people that stood by my side and never gave up on me. And thank you.
Next, I would like to welcome Caden Nelson and Joel deyoung to the podium.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Caden Nelson. Even though I had the pleasure of having Caden in a few classes since he came to Ferguson at the beginning of the year, about half of those were online, which is not a great way to get to know someone in an authentic way. But when we were able to come back in person, I got to see just the kind of person Caden is. Really are one of those salt of the earth type folks, kind, dependable, good-hearted, all that good stuff. But he's also delightfully sarcastic, as his good buddy Caleb will testify. Caleb would also point out that Caden has a deep love for a good argument. Yeah, not argument as in yelling at each other, right? Like the good kind, like the intellectual argument. Yeah, so you can imagine when I had both of them in English class. Yeah, points and counterpoints and counterpoints and for days. But I was really impressed with Caden's civility and respect for other viewpoints and opinions. It never devolved into rants or name calling or anything like that. And something I didn't really know about Caden is that, according to his mom at least, he's quite the actor. As she put it, Caden has, quote, no fear of coming on stage in his underwear. I've been really jealous of that all day. What's the secret? Yeah, but Caden has a really strong work ethic and a great love for his country. So it makes sense that he's going to be joining the Navy here shortly. And he's going to be working on a submarine, which is crazy. But I know you're going to absolutely excel, whatever your task is there. Caden, it's been an absolute pleasure getting to know you in the brief time that we had together. I'm excited for what your future holds. You have a heart of gold, sharp mind, and those are going to serve you well no matter where you end up. Congratulations, Caden. You made it.
One of the people that I have to thank most for almost everything I've done is my family, my mother especially. She's fought me through my entire life. Never liked it, never been good at it, especially English. And I, of course, have to thank the teachers, especially at Ferguson, whether it's just yelling at me to get my work done because they know I have it done, I just haven't turned it in because I'm horrible at it, or because I'm constantly interrupting class to argue. I just have to give a big thanks to you guys.
Next, I would like to welcome Iris Navarez Rodriguez and Allie Ham to the podium.
Here, that's so exciting. Iris, you are such a lovely person. When you first sat down in my forensics class, I guessed that you would be the quiet, shy type. Then I asked the class a question, and you were the first to raise your hand. From that moment on, you had nothing but detailed answers and thoughtful questions for me. I was very wrong on both the shy and the quiet, and I couldn't be more grateful for that. Your love of science and healthcare is inspiring. Your drive to help others, coupled with your compassion and ability to interact with everyone you meet, means that you will excel in the healthcare field. We got to talking about anatomy, and I mentioned the CNA program, and I think Iris was pretty much enrolled the next day. She's definitely a go-getter. I'm so grateful that you took the opportunity to earn your CNA through the Thompson Career Campus Nursing Program. Your background in volunteering at McKee Medical Center just reinforces that you are selfless and interested in making the lives of others better. I've only known you for a short while, but I can absolutely say without a doubt that you have all the qualities you need to succeed, whatever you put your mind to. Your drive, passion, intelligence, organization, and kindness will serve you well.
I am confident that you will impact many lives for the better, and I can't wait to see you in your future nursing career or any other field. In the words of a wise person, they may forget your name, but they will never forget how you made them feel. Keep smiling, stay true to yourself, and enjoy your hard-earned future. Congratulations, Iris.
I wasn't at Ferguson for a long time, and wow, you guys show so much love. Way better than time, but anyway. I think the staff, everyone, even the classmates. I'd like to thank my parents. Gracias, mamá y papá.
Next, I would like to welcome Maceo Field and Willie Cuban to the podium.
All righty. Well, congratulations, Macy. Today is your special day. First, I want to give a shout out to Mom, Dad, Grandma, Pop, and his. Macy, I am so happy for you. You are absolutely incredible. You came to us as a freshman, one of the first freshman groups we accepted. And over the last 4 years, you've accomplished truly amazing things. Macy's first year at Ferguson High School, she enrolled in my music ensemble class with almost no musical experience at all. But by the end of the first semester, Macy played bass guitar and sang lead on stage in front of the whole school. If she was nervous, I never saw it. Macy performed at our choir, with our choir, FHS bands, and ensembles for countless concerts. She always provided a calm, cool attitude, which I counted on immensely. And so thank you. At Ferguson, her musical accomplishments have been absolutely amazing, but Macy has so many other natural skills and abilities. She's a kind and loyal girlfriend to a super cool dude, his. Macy is also the toughest athlete I know. I know I wouldn't want to be tackled by this young lady. Also, she admirably keeps her cool in the most challenging of situations. She's smart, she's funny, she's adventurous, she's fearless. I could go on forever. Macy, you are all those things and more. As this chapter ends, I know that whatever you choose to do after high school, you will do it the right way. Michelle Obama once said, "Don't be afraid. Be focused, be determined, be hopeful, be empowered." Congratulations, Macy, you did it. Would you like to say something to the people?
I just want to thank all the staff at Ferguson for really pushing me through and helping me out. Graduating a year early, and I never thought I'd get here, and crazy that I am. Thank you to everyone who really just kept pushing me, especially my boyfriend, through this last year harder than I've ever been pushed before. I love you all, and thank you so much. Congratulations.
Next, I would like to welcome Brody Pierce and Chrissy Lockard to the podium.
I'd like to introduce Brody Pierce to you. I first met Brody 3 years ago when he was brought to my room, told to sit down, and that this would be his new home. He was so proud of getting kicked out of class, he couldn't contain a smile. Little did he know where he had landed himself. Saying these last 3 years have been a roller coaster would be an understatement. Pecos Bill and learning to lasso a tornado on the western frontier would be a better depiction of what Brody has learned to overcome. Brody is one of the most strong-willed, outspoken students I have had. Brody is quick to share his unfiltered thoughts, and anytime Brody had opinions about our policies, teachers, wearing masks, or social distancing, he would not hesitate to share his passionate opinions with Dr. G or other staff. A few times, these fiery conversations led to taking a time out at home for a few days. Thankfully, despite his extremely spirited attitude, Brody has persevered. Brody, I am so proud of the hard work you have put in, not only to graduate, but to become a better person. In the last few months, I have seen you work harder than ever. You have the tenacity to overcome anything that may stand in your way, including yourself. You have learned to take pride in yourself, have confidence in what you can overcome. As you move forward in life, remember, it's not necessary to overcome everything by yourself. Life is about being better tomorrow than you are today, continuing to move forward no matter how many times you fall. Graduation is not the end of a tough journey, it's only the beginning. You will have many battles ahead of you, but never give up. In the end, the journey you take and what you overcome is what you remember. My advice to you is whatever you want to do, do it now. There are only so many tomorrows. Eventually, tomorrow becomes. Congratulations, Brody. Next, I would like to welcome Isaiah Peterson and Glenn Stowers to the podium.
Let me introduce to you the boyfriend. He and Macy made a great couple. Isaiah, you were part of the first class I taught at Ferguson High School 2 years ago, and I'm really glad that you were. As I got to know my students better, you were one who stood out not only for your academics, but also your relationships with others. When I taught, you listened carefully and learned quickly. When I gave you assignments to practice what you had learned, you gave it your whole attention from start to finish, not only finishing rather quickly, but producing excellent quality in every effort. You worked well with others and provided some leadership to help your peers progress, and you formed positive relationships with them, with one in particular. Where is Macy now? Oh, there you are. All right, at the same time, Isaiah, your peers and I often called you his because of your music production, and that's your music name. And whenever you talked about or shared your music, I saw that same passion and the same effort and the same excellence in all your projects that you were working on, the same that I saw in your education and your relationships with others. So these aren't just qualities that were in my classroom, they're qualities that are part of you and part of who you are and who you're becoming. That'll be an important part of your future success. You shared with me recently that you're moving toward a career in construction. In the construction trades, you're also growing in your adulthood, and eventually you'll have your own family. So focus on developing these positive traits. Whether in your family, your work, or your hobbies, gifts, and talents, continue to give every good work your whole attention, doing your best to seek excellence in your efforts and your relationships, lifting the lives of others along the way. I'm really proud of you, I know that a good man like you will find success in all the important things that really matter. And congratulations on graduating high school.
I would just like to give a quick shout out to Ernie Baca, and then a big shout out to the staff as well as my family for all the support. Thank you.
Right, back again. This time to honor graduate I've had a deep history with, Trevor Rich. First off, let me just give a shout out to his mom, Colleen, for naming him such an excellent name. It's a strong name, a powerful name, a name I could potentially name my own kid. But in all seriousness, Trevor and I started his high school career and my career in the Thompson School District together right here at Thompson Valley. We met in the shop class with Mike Miller, and then we started Ferguson together. at the same exact time. It has been a pleasure, and it's been wonderful watching Trevor grow into the young man he is today. I've seen his confidence increase. I've seen his ambitions rise. But more so, I've seen him get to a place where he believes in himself and his ability to achieve. I believe Trevor's newfound success in the workplace will lead him to Front Range, where he can combine his love of computers and technology with the skills it takes to climb the corporate ladder with the Safeway organization. I'm hopeful he gets the opportunities he's seeking and continues to excel in all his endeavors. Trevor. That name means prudent or ambitious, which perfectly encapsulates the young man you've become over the years I've known you. So today, Trev, I'm sending you off with a quote from Thomas Jefferson. Remember you did that project about him? Thomas, TJ, as I like to call him, says, "Nothing can stop the man with the right mental attitude from achieving his goal." So congratulations, bud. Never give up on your dreams.
I just wanted to say thank you to all friends, family.
Next, I would like to welcome Sunshine Romero-Sosa and Chrissy Lockhart to the stage.
I'd like to introduce Sunshine Romero-Sosa to you. When Sunshine started at Ferguson, she was in 9th grade. She had such a wall up no one could get past. Often, she just looked angry at the world, and we were not sure whether or not she even liked us. She was shy and quiet, which made it harder to know what she really thought of you. At the time, we were all uncertain about whether or not Sunshine even wanted to be at Ferguson. Over time, we have seen these walls come down, little by little. Sunshine lives up to her name at heart. She is full of inspirational advice, passion, and one of the best contributors in class. Sunshine always has something so valuable to share, and I hope it doesn't take as long for others to get to know her in the future. Sunshine, you are truly a beautiful soul, and you have grown into such a strong, confident, and independent young lady. I hope you let the rest of the world know who you really are, because the world will truly miss out if you don't. You are going to do incredible things with that heart of yours. Not only have you taught me how to find beauty in myself, but you are truly a gifted artist. You can see things others cannot see, and you are kind enough and patient enough to bring it out in those of us with self-doubt. I hope you use your scholarships and attend school for cosmetology, because you will bring beauty to so many, and not just on the outside. You have a way of making people know how beautiful they truly are on the inside as well. I hope you continue to see your worth, hold your boundaries, and keep communicating and advocating for yourself and others. I'm going to miss our conversations each day, and I feel so privileged that you let me in. My advice to you is to never quit and always take the leap of faith when your success and future are on the line. Keep pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, because when you smile, the whole room lights up. And as someone much smarter than me once said, it is your reaction to adversity, not adversity itself, that determines how your life story will develop. Congratulations, Sunshine. Next, I would like to welcome Jordan Sheehan and Kristen Earl to the podium.
When Jordan left school, I had no doubt that she would be back. It was a rough few weeks in May of 2019, trying to finish up the last few classes that she had for graduation. I remember us staying at school till 8 p.m. trying to finish that last class. She was just exhausted. Crushingly, Jordan did not end up finishing that May. I remember she had some really difficult personal stuff going on at the time, making focusing on school difficult. I will always be able to visualize the look on her face when she found out that she'd not be graduating in 2019. I didn't see Jordan for about a year. But I knew in my heart of hearts that Jordan is not the type of person to quit. She's always had a passion for learning, intelligence, and she can turn that passion and intelligence into a career. Jordan is going places. She's a talented welder, artist, mathematician, I would say comedian, and more. Jordan is a true Renaissance woman. She has a rare ability to be good at pretty much everything she tries, which is annoying to me. She's beautiful. She's our resident hippie flower child. She's kind, funny, smart, but most of all, she's strong. Lo and behold, Jordan did come back, and she did finish. She could have stayed bitter or felt victim to all of her circumstances, but Jordan overcame. She came back this year and showed school who is boss. She is a warrior, and I'm proud to say that Jordan Sheehan is graduating high school today. You graduated, and you did it. Congratulations.
It is with great honor that I present to you the next graduate, Bella Smith. Bella is the strongest young adult I know. In the short time I have known her, she has taught me more than I could ever have imagined. She is wise beyond her years, even if she doesn't know. She fought for her education when others didn't. She refused to give up. She fights for her success. She constantly pushes herself to be better each day. She enjoys a cup of tea. Bella is determined, will achieve anything she sets her mind to. So watch out, world. I have no doubt she will do amazing things. Bella will impact this world in ways she never thought possible. I never doubted that she would walk across this stage and accept her well-deserved and most definitely hard-earned. She did it her way, and it is an absolute honor to present this young woman to you all today. Bella, you did it. You deserve it. You deserve everything you want in life. You just have to work for it. Congratulations, lady. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Go make this world a better place. I am so very proud of you, all that you have.
I want to take a moment to thank Ashley, especially for this. I never thought that I'd be walking across the stage today. And I also want to thank my mom and dad and my little brother and my boyfriend who supported me with all of my stress and anxiety.
Next, I would like to welcome Ashley Wilson and Andy Walker to the podium.
I would like to formally introduce a 2021 graduate, Ashley Wilson. Woo! Ashley has a smile that lights up a room, a spirit that is infectious, and a demeanor that garners respect. Ashley's one of those people that you just automatically want to make her happy. You want to do what's right for her. She's insightful, caring, responsible, and wise beyond her years. One day during one of our masks breaks, we're standing outside talking, and she's talking about her credit score and how great it is and how easily it is for her to buy a car. And I'm like, dude, you go, man. She is awesome. And as others have talked about in the remote learning environment, Ashley had the honor of having English first period, and I could always count on her being there. And she always she'd even turn on her camera. It was so amazingly wonderful because she just is always that one who's like, I am here, I am responsible, I am taking charge. And Ashley not only takes charge, she takes people under her wing. And when Ashley takes you under her wing, you learn to believe in yourself. You guys know who you are. And you want to make her proud. I feel like Ashley has contributed directly to some of our graduates today because she took them under her wing and she made sure that they got to school and they turned on their cameras and they showed up, and she is just so amazing. There's no doubt in my mind that you, Ashley, will achieve all of your dreams and aspirations, and you are going to improve the lives of so many along your journey. She has her CNA certification, and her goal is to get all the way through nursing school debt-free. My goal is for her to go all the way to medical school, again, debt-free, because she is just that kind of person who can achieve anything she
I just want to say thank you.
Next, I would like to welcome Jason Germain back to the stand.
Unfortunately, Nate Huerca, Miranda Niemeyer, Saucity Nunamaker, and Kylan Hinojosa, 4 of our 41 graduates, were unable to attend the ceremony this afternoon. Please help me give Nate, Miranda, Saucity, and Kai a warm round of applause. We have just one final task before we bring our graduation ceremony to a close: the turning of the tassels, led by Miss Ashley Peppler and Miss Ashley Wilson. Ashley and Ashley, please join me at the podium. Yeah, you can clap for them. Graduates, please stand.
Fellow graduates, the turning of the tassels from right to left signifies an individual's movement from candidate to graduate. Graduates ready?
Thanks. Whoops.
Great job. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the spring 2021 commencement ceremony for Harold Ferguson High School. I wish everyone a safe and healthy summer, and on behalf of the entire Ferguson High School staff, I want to thank each of you for being here today and sharing this special moment with our graduates. Graduates, congratulations.